Hey, what's going on? This is Andre from AndySanders.net. Become the reporter until you become the expert. And this is a little concept that you can really apply in any industry that you're part of. I picked this up from someone who was a seven-figure earner in a home-based business profession just the other day. One of my morning mindset call, and it really is true. And I have seen this the last few years as well, especially when you go to an event, conference, seminar, however you want to call it. And when you get a chance just to get a hold of like a leader or someone who's spoken on stage, you can do something as simple as just ask them a question and just pull out your phone and get a quick answer. And it's interesting because, when you're being the interviewer, it's interesting how you're just as credible as the interviewee, because you look at somebody who is credible because, like, oh man, you got that person that had the time to answer your question. And it doesn't have to be like a really long interview, or maybe it's like when you're asked a question, listen when you bust at your cell phone. But it could be something as far as maybe can you connect later on, later date, and then maybe have like a Facebook Live. I know Facebook has this thing called Be Live as well, where it was kind of connected with Facebook. But you can do an interview, and it's like a Facebook Live on there. You can also do podcasts as well. You have Google Hangouts or go on YouTube as well to interview the person. But the thing is, it's interesting how you again, like I say, your credibility goes up because you got that person who's very successful. And again, whatever field that you're a part of, to answer some questions of you. And then over time, once you're able to do that, and I've seen this with several business partners of mine in the past as well. Over time, when you become the expert, guess what? Now you're going to be somebody that's going to be asked to be interviewed. But it takes some time. But again, like I said, just starting off, and it's a really good marketing strategy as well. And yes, you do have to get out of your comfort zone as far as asking that person who is successful in your field, as far as to be interviewed, or maybe to have the question asked. Obviously, too, and something else to keep in mind when you're at a live event, make sure it's something that you have a question. Make sure it's it doesn't take too much of their time, because they're busy. I'm not gonna lie about that. But the thing is, just for them just to take their time just to answer your question. Again, that's huge, and it has you almost looked at as an authority from people that are following you. So something I just want to leave you with, and if you got value from what we shared here, I'd love to read your comments below, or like I said, this video. That being said, I will see you in the next video.